Very funny.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do another film review, but this time I'm going to do one of the more modern movies that came out in November of last year, the Peanuts movie. Someone just recently got this for me on DVD, and here's my review of it. It was directed by Steve Martino, and the starring voice actors in it are people you've never heard of, including Noah Schnapp, Hadley Bell Miller, Mario Sheets, Alex Garfin, Francesca Angelucci Capaldi, and the late great Bill Melendez, who voiced both Snoopy and Woodstock. They were able to pull up his voice and insert them in whenever Snoopy and Woodstock are talking. So what this movie is about is good old Charlie Brown in the usual Charles Schulz style in his trying to get the attention, very clumsily, of his crush, the new girl who's, the little red-haired girl. And while he's doing this, Snoopy constantly battles the Red Baron on top of his red doghouse. It's wonderful. It's awesome. I love almost everything about it, which is what I was going to say, what I like most. Like, everything. I love the animation. I love the voice acting. They nailed the characters perfectly. I love the storyline. I love the morals that come with it, which is very rare in animated movies these days. It seems like children's animated movies, 90% of them focus half on potty humor or believe in yourself and not really doing too much about honest-to-goodness morals. But this one, the main message of this one, was about honesty and integrity and doing the right thing even if it won't benefit you. This is great. It teaches children great lessons. Too many animated movies these days are missing that. And this stayed perfectly true to the spirit of the Peanuts movies, especially like Charlie Brown Christmas, Thanksgiving, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, all those different animated movies that came out in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s. This movie stays true to the spirit of all those, and I honestly think Charles Schulz would be proud to see this. The only thing that I disliked about the Peanuts movie was the modern music. I mean, it was catchy, it was clean, but it took me out of it just a little bit. This would have been 100% perfect if they had done all the original music arrangements by Vince Guaraldi, I believe his name is. As for family friendliness, yes, this is the most family friendly animated movie I've ever seen in my life, and that's even compared to the classic Disney movies. Well, it's about on par with the classic Disney movies as far as how family friendly is. There's no blood, no language, not even any potty humor, which was so refreshing. And I could probably go into a rant about this, but it was great. I mean, as far as family friendliness goes, everyone from my 2.5-year-old niece to my 65-year-old father absolutely loved it. And now let's get on to the scoring. The story, like I said, it's got morals, it's got a message, so I would give it a 10 out of 10. The voice acting was spot on. They nailed the characters perfectly. It's another 10 out of 10. The script stays perfectly true to Schultz's comic strips and the characters he created, and even the morals he tried to put forth, and, the different Bible verses that Linus would quote in the comics. There aren't any direct Bible references in here, but there is a little reference to faith in here, which is always a plus with me, personally. So that gets another 10 out of 10. The humor was perfect. Like I said, there wasn't any potty humor. There wasn't anything dirty about it. It was like squeaky clean and perfectly safe for like every age group. And that also gets a 10 out of 10. Music, like I said, it would have been perfect if there had been original piano jazz music throughout, but as it was, since the music was clean and catchy, and I still love it, it gets a 9 out of 10. The animation, it was excellent. I was kind of afraid when I first saw the teaser trailer for this. I'm like, oh no, they're 3D animating, but it turned out they did it perfectly. I don't know how they did it, but it was the only way it could have done. It was done, and it was great. It was just excellent. So it gets another 10 out of 10. So for a final score for the Peanuts movie of 9.8 out of 10. And I know, I'm probably totally biased on this, but I absolutely adore this movie. It's as close as it could possibly come to a perfect animated movie. If you haven't seen it yet, Go get it from Redbox, find it at Walmart. Go watch this, because this is one of the sweetest, best animated movies I've ever seen in my life. So, that has been my gushing review of the Peanuts movie from The Clumsy Jedi. And until next time, this is The Clumsy Jedi. Once again, I'm signing off. Stay tuned next week for my dual reviews of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and the 1980s movie Short Circuit, about a robot that runs amok. So, those double reviews are coming up next week, and until then, see you later.